All wars are bankers' wars. This is not just a quote. It is the key to understanding what is happening right now behind the curtain of world news. We are living in an age of unprecedented uncertainty. Wars, inflation, broken supply chains, a crisis of faith in governments and currencies. And while ordinary people watch helplessly as their savings turn to dust, the most powerful financial institutions in the world are preparing for a great monetary reset. And to do this, they are using two seemingly opposite tools: humanity's most ancient treasure, gold, and its most futuristic alternative, Bitcoin. This is a story about war. This is a story about wealth. And this is a story about the secret remonetization of gold that is happening right now behind closed doors, and how one giant asset management corporation is positioning itself to profit from the coming chaos. Part 1. The Ghost of the Gold Standard. The idea of the gold standard is floating in the air again, a return to a time when money had real, tangible value, when the dollar was tethered to gold. It sounds like a panacea, a way to bring order to the economy and restore stability. But this is an illusion. We will not return to the gold standard, at least not in the way you might imagine. Instead, we are witnessing something far more subtle and dangerous. A quiet, secret remonetization of gold is underway. What does this mean? Former top executives from the world's largest investment funds are saying it openly. Central banks and giant asset management firms like BlackRock are buying up physical gold not just to hedge against inflation. They are doing something far more strategic. They are turning gold back into money. New banking regulations, known as Basel III, are being implemented to facilitate this. To put it simply, gold was previously considered a risky asset in the banking system. Its value was only partially recognized. Now, physical gold held by banks is recognized as a full-fledged, top-tier safe asset, on par with cash or government bonds. This is a fundamental shift. Gold is no longer just a shiny metal gathering dust in vaults. It is once again becoming a financial anchor. It can be used as collateral to create new money. You can literally make money from gold again. In essence, a shadow monetary system is being created, one that is no longer dependent on the dollar. A system that will function if the dollar collapses. Or, more likely, when the dollar system experiences a total crisis of confidence, which, in principle, is already happening. Part 2. The Strategy of Chaos. And who is the main player in this game? Just look at those who run the world. Corporations like BlackRock are quietly buying up tons of physical gold, silver, and, by the way, Bitcoin. Why? Because they know what's coming. They know that central banks are cornered. Raising or lowering interest rates will no longer solve the problem of systemic rot. They are betting not on paper promises, which is what fiat money is, but on real, hard assets. Because in the next crisis, and it may have already begun, gold and Bitcoin will become not just safe havens, but instruments of true power. BlackRock never invests in something just for the sake of it. Their strategy is built on profiting when the whole world is on fire. They hold positions everywhere, in precious metals, in cryptocurrency, in the defense industry, in energy, in infrastructure, in post-war reconstruction contracts. They profit from any scenario, be it crisis, war, or peace. But this is only the beginning. To finance all these conflicts and keep the old system afloat, governments are forced to print more and more money. This is called debt monetization. Debt is effectively turned into money, which means the currency loses its power. The debasement of fiat currencies, including their king, the US dollar, is happening right now. And what do we see? Against this backdrop, gold is rising, silver is rising, Bitcoin is rising, and the titans of Wall Street are once again winning. But most people, and even entire countries, are losing. And when they find themselves with empty pockets, in desperate need of money just to survive, who will come to their aid? That's right, the very same corporations. And what will countries use as collateral? Gold. The very gold that these corporations are buying up right now. It's a double win. The war brings them profit, and the collapse of the system will bring them even more profit. This is not just a victory. This is total domination. Part 3. The taming of Bitcoin. If all this sounds like an exaggeration, remember how a BlackRock recruiter was caught on a hidden camera. He said it plainly. War is a business. Ukraine is profitable. You can take a pile of money and start buying people, politicians. He didn't say war is tragic but profitable. He said war is a business. Whoever controls the money controls everything. Not tanks, not armies, but the flow of capital. If you can manage money, you can manage nations, governments, wars. And this is where Bitcoin enters the stage. The financial giants are actively integrating into its world. They are launching spot Bitcoin ETFs and buying up BTC, becoming some of its largest holders. What does this mean? First, they realized that Bitcoin cannot be stopped, so they decided to integrate it into their system through regulated products. Second, they saw it as a threat of a parallel, decentralized system to which people could escape from their control. And many people do think that Bitcoin is the defense against the system. But spot ETFs are a story about institutional control over a new asset, more about control than about adoption. The same company that is now building a new gold-based monetary system now wants to control the digital alternative as well. Through ETFs, they are not just investing in Bitcoin, they are taming it. This is a dual strategy. Gold is used as an instrument for central banks and a shadow monetary system. And spot Bitcoin ETFs are a way to prevent a crypto anarchy from winning. It's simply a way to seize control over cryptocurrencies from the inside. Therefore, if you do not hold your own keys, if you invest in spot Bitcoin ETFs, your Bitcoins do not belong to you. You are voluntarily agreeing to let the institutional players control what was created to escape their power. Conclusion. The final signal. So what can we do about this? Start with understanding. Understanding that gold is not just a shiny metal, and Bitcoin is not just numbers on a screen. They are immense levers of influence. And while financial institutions are buying them up in incredible volumes, preparing for a monetary reset, ordinary people can only watch helplessly as their world crumbles. When was the last time gold began a similar aggressive upward move? Guess. 1929. The year the Great Depression began, an era of deflation, economic collapse, and global restructuring. Sound familiar? History doesn't repeat itself exactly, but it does rhyme. And we are seeing these rhyming signals everywhere now. Don't let yourself be caught off guard. Watch not what the financial giants say, watch what they do. While they smile at you from the screens and say that everything is under control, everything is stable, behind your back, they are buying up all the lifeboats, Bitcoin, silver, gold. They are preparing to become the lenders of last resort when the old system collapses. They are preparing to dictate the terms of a new world. Follow their actions, not their words. Because a new financial system is already being created, not in words, but in deeds. And if you are not ready, you will find yourself on the wrong side of history.